Hello all and welcome to Astro Wheel of Fortune. So today I'm doing another reading on next week's forecast for you guys. So we as always have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3 and pile 4. This time I'm using my stickers that I made of my queens. We've got the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands. These will actually be available on my Etsy soon. So you can check out my Etsy for them in the coming weeks. But for now, let's get into the reading for next week, and we're going to start with pile number 1. So pile 1, let's see what is going on in your life next week. Let's see, how is your week going to be? So you've got the Queen of Cups as your marker. So you could be striving for some emotional stability. You could be looking to increase your psychic abilities. You could be subconsciously increasing in spirituality and just your emotional health. Now, the first card we have here is you are unlike anyone else. Your contradictions and complexities are interesting. So this card is all about being unique, being different, and being very proud of those differences, being very proud of your uniqueness. So I think you will be establishing your uniqueness to other people. Next week, you're going to be kind of flashing your uniqueness. You're not going to be shy of being unique. We've also gotten the card trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. So I think you're trusting yourself, your own individual voice that you have that nobody else has. You're trusting your own uniqueness. You're trusting that the only person that can resolve or solve your own problems is yourself. It's good to listen to advice sometimes, but I think next week it's going to be very important to really pay attention to what your gut is telling you, especially with the Queen of Cups here, since you guys picked the Queen of Cups. Intuition is going to be a very important energy at play, so keep that in mind. We then get the Devil card in reverse. We get the Sun card upright, we get 10 of Wands in reverse, and we get the Ace of Wands upright. So there's energies of, I wouldn't say I'm getting conflicting energies, but I actually feel like you will be feeling overwhelmed and excited all at once next week. So there could be opportunities to do something that brings you closer to success with the Sun card. But overall, the Sun card and the Ace of Wands tells me that you are excited about something next week. Next week is going to be exciting. You could get some news about like maybe a new job, a new career, a new opportunity, something towards success or creativity. You're extremely excited about it. You're very, very ready to start a new endeavor. But I think that with the 10 of Wands in reverse and the Devil card in reverse at the same time, there's a level of fear, a level of feeling like there's too much on your plate. So it's like maybe when you get an opportunity to do something, but you feel like if you take that opportunity, it could almost be too much. It could almost be too overwhelming. So the cards are asking you to prioritize. Prioritizing things is going to be very important. And I think especially the cards are asking you to prioritize yourself. We also get the Hierophant in reverse, and we get the King of Cups. So I love it. We've got the the Queen of Cups that you picked, and we also get the King of Cups. So some of you are going to be enjoying a romantic situation. I think some of you have a romantic interest, somebody who is a perfect partner for you, somebody who is a very empathetic, very strong character in terms of their emotions. I feel like if you've been feeling like your relationship has been going through a tough situation, if you've been fearing for your relationship in the last while, I feel like all of this is improving for you guys. If you've been fearing that something is going to go wrong in your relationship, that things aren't going to work out the way you want them to work out, I see that the cards want you to know that everything will work out, that you will be okay in terms of your relationship. So if you are in a relationship with somebody currently, if you had fear of breaking up, or I'm even hearing divorce for some of you guys, I feel like things are going to be easing up on you. next week. I feel like next week you will feel loved. There will be passion. For some of you, it could be increased intimacy next week. But I see happiness and really feeling this. The Sun card is really making me, and also you are unlike anyone else is also a very kind of like happy card to me. And the Ace of Wands, actually. These are all very happy cards that are almost they're overshining over any negativity in this reading. So I feel like you, even if you experience overwhelming energies, even if you experience feeling burdened, your positive energy and your feelings of happiness are going to be overwhelming the energy of fear, the energy of being overwhelmed. Another thing that I'm getting is that you could be struggling with authority next week. That's something that's coming through for me as well. There could be authority figures expressing overly, I wouldn't even say overly forceful, but authority figures being overly overbearing towards you, because I am getting this energy of feeling burdened over this overbearing energy. So some of you could be, for some of you, this could be a father figure. For some of you, this could be like a boss or, a teacher or anything like that. I'm getting this energy of you feeling this burden or overbearing energy from an authority figure laying down the law on you. But at the same time, I am sensing that it's going to be overshadowed by the happiness. It's going to be not overshadowed, but like the light aspects of your week are going to be stronger than the dark aspects of your week. And again, the cards are asking you to listen to your inner voice in any matters. So if you feel intuitively, for example, if a manager is stacking up responsibilities on you, if, a parent is putting too much pressure on you, trust your inner voice to speak to them, to express this, to talk to them about this. Don't be afraid talking about your fears. That's something that's coming through. Don't be afraid to express your fears to your loved ones next week. That's something that's very important. And with the Ace of Wands, I am feeling this energy of creativity. So a lot of you will be getting more creative next week. Is a lot of you, I feel, are like, you are probably artistic with the Queen of Cups as well. You could be very artistic. And you know what? I'm just noticing on the sticker, I know I made these stickers, but on the sticker, I do say unbothered like the Queen of Cups. So I feel like you guys are going to be taking on this unbothered energy because you trust your own intuition. So if anybody's being overbearing with you, if anyone is putting pressure on you, you're not exactly bothered by them because you are taking on this calm, chill energy. Overall, I'm sensing a level of content with you guys next week. You will be feeling content, you will be feeling confident, and confident in a very calm way, but also excited. I feel like some of you could be starting new creative projects next week, whether it is, for work or if it's for yourself. I see that a lot of you are probably even like interested in starting your own business, starting your own projects. I see that your creativity is going to be flowing really, really well next week, and it's something that the cards want you to take advantage of. So that's the reading that I got for you, pile number 1. I hope it was insightful. If you have any feedback, leave it down below in the comments. And if you like this reading, please like and subscribe. And I'm going to move on to pile number 2. Now, pile number 2, Queen of Pentacles. So you guys have chosen Queen of Pentacles, so you could subconsciously want your week to go well in the matters of money, finances, or even your home life. That's something that's important to you next week. So let's have a look and see what we have. So we've got Kitsune, I will show you whom to trust. And we've got surrender, I can release my need to control. So I suppose what I'm sensing here is that it's going to be very important for you guys to listen to your spirit guides here in the coming week. So next week is going to be a very spiritual week for a lot of you. You're going to be sensing a lot of guidance from your spirit guides because they will be showing you who to trust, and they will be asking you to surrender to them and to trust, to not be in control. You can be in control but still release some of the control to your spirit guides and allow them to navigate your week next week for you. I feel like maybe they feel like you're going to be in need of some help from them. It doesn't mean that it's going to be a particularly difficult week. It just means that they're going to be wanting to guide you in the right direction. So let's see, we've got the World card. We've got Three of Swords in reverse. We've got the High Priestess in reverse. Yeah, don't be blocking away your spirit guides. Don't be blocking out your intuition. That's something that the cards are kind of pushing for you to listen to them. Like they want you to if you can meditate, for sure, that's something that's coming through. But I think your spirit guides are going to be helping you feel fulfilled and heal in one area of your life next week. And I feel like they're kind of saying like next week is going to be the perfect week to do it for some reason. So, listen to your spirit guides. Listen to your spirit guides, guys. With the Page of Swords, again, I will show you whom to trust. I think there is a person who could be gossiping or talking about you behind your back. I feel like it's a specific person rather than people. I feel like maybe there is somebody who you shouldn't trust too much. And the spirit guides are maybe trying to address your attention to that person. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, so that correlates with you picking Queen of Pentacles. We've got the Star card in reverse. Again, I'm getting this energy of you needing healing. Your cards are really being adamant about you taking some time to heal next week. I feel like it's going to be the perfect opportunity to heal. That's what the cards are saying. They want you to see the signs that the spirit guides want you to see the signs that they're sending you. They want you to see, so for example, a sign could be like maybe you do notice that somebody's being gossipy. Maybe you have heard that somebody said something about you. Like there is energy of you needing to recognize that somebody is not exactly, or somebody, I feel like another thing is like somebody telling you to trust them when maybe you shouldn't be trusting them. It doesn't mean that it's super serious. It doesn't mean that you should be worried. I actually don't get a sense that you should be worried at all with the World card and the Ace of Pentacles. It's like I'm getting this energy, especially in this card. See the way like her hat is taken with the wind. It's like she's completely trusting the wind. She's completely trusting the flow of things. So I feel like the spirit guides are communicating with you and they're asking you to completely trust them next week with any personal interactions that you have with people. They want you to surrender control for 1 week. It doesn't mean you can't use your logic. It just means listen to your intuition. Don't block them out. They're asking you not to block them out. Now with the Ace of Pentacles, this is also talking about financial opportunities. So there will be financial opportunities next week. For example, there could be an offer of money. There could be an offer of a job. There could be an offer of, some sort of financial gain that you could receive next week. And maybe this is what the cards are saying. Maybe they're talking about who you should trust, who you shouldn't trust. For different people, it would be different people that they need to watch out for. Maybe for some of you, the cards are asking you to listen to your spirit guides because maybe you should be careful with what offers you do take from people, what job opportunities you do take. For some people, it could be maybe somebody's giving you false advice on what you should do. So I do see that your intuition in general is going to need some attention next week. Not only your intuition, it will also be your healing, your possibly your mental health as well for a lot of you guys, because we've got the Page of Swords in reverse and the Two of Swords in reverse. This kind of makes me think of your mental health, listening to your spirit guides, in terms of some of you could be suffering from anxiety and overthinking. So your spirit guides want to alleviate that anxiety for you. They're kind of asking you to almost hand over your pain to them. They're almost asking you to hand over your worries, your anxieties to them. So I know it could be hard to do because, at the end of the day, you're in the physical realm, but the cards are kind of saying, give us your worries, maybe meditate on it and almost envision yourself giving your worries to your spirit guides just for that week. Even if you want to still have a level of control, it's okay to just say, okay, I'm doing it for this week. Just for this week, I'm giving control of all my anxieties, all my worries to my spirit guides, and I'm moving on. I see that you will be maybe possibly worried about finances and thinking about finances quite a lot, but your spirit guides want you to know that everything's okay. There are things happening behind the scenes as well, from what I can see here, for your financial stability, for your financial progression. So things are definitely going to be a lot more behind the scenes next week rather than on the forefront. So sometimes sometimes you may even feel like you're not making a lot of progress. You may feel like you are being delayed in some sort of way, but your spirit guides want you to know that it's actually all moving along, and you're moving towards full fulfillment. The World card indicates that you will be fulfilled soon, and next week know that you will be fulfilled soon. You don't need to worry about not finding your purpose, not finding the perfect job, not finding the perfect financial opportunity. I think for a lot of you, this fulfillment has to do with a work situation. So this is the message that I received for you guys and do remember that you did pick the Queen of Pentacles. You have this Queen of Pentacles energy, so just keep that in mind. But this is the message for you, pile number 2. If you like this reading, please like and subscribe. And if you have any feedback, I love hearing feedback in the comments. And I'm going to move on to pile number 3. Now, pile number 3, for those of you that picked the Queen of Swords. So this is your Queen of Swords, pile 3. Let's see what is going on next week. So let's see. So you start out the week with little brother, little sister, sibling, younger friends, responsibility. So you could be feeling a lot of you could be feeling responsible for a lot of things at the start of the week. Maybe you're taking on more responsibilities at work, at home, especially if you're like an older child, maybe that is a burden that you feel often. So that's something that's coming through. We also have doubt, and we've got growth. So I feel like you could be unsure about something next week. There could be a level of ambiguity, not really knowing where you're moving towards, not really knowing what your next steps are. So that's something that you're going through next week. But I see that the cards are asking you to trust the process, because you are clearly expanding and growing. All this responsibility that you're experiencing right now, all this ambiguity that you're experiencing right now, it's meant to aid your growth. And next week is going to be no different. So then we've got the Six of Pentacles. The cards are saying don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to seek help from others, to seek assistance. For example, if you're feeling overburdened at work, make sure to delegate to other people. Make sure to express that you need help. Express that you are at your limit. If you are feeling overburdened at home, try and express this to whether it's your parents or your partner, whatever your home situation is. Make sure to express this. I also see that a lot of you could be connecting with brothers and sisters next week. So maybe you are getting to see them again. If you are not living with them, maybe you are going to have like an especially lovely week with your brothers and sisters and really get to connect and have like this level of bonding with your siblings as well. That's coming through. We also, a lot of pentacles here, so we get the Page of Pentacles as well. I'm getting an energy of you moving quite slowly but surely towards something next week as well. It's like you have a goal. I feel like you've gone through something very difficult recently. Like it's like the cards are letting me know that there's an ending of a cycle that's approaching, but the cycle wasn't an easy cycle. It was quite grueling. It was quite difficult. There was a lot to it. And some of the cycle could have been with your siblings. It actually could have been with your family in general. I feel like there are siblings in your life, or maybe somebody who you maybe consider like almost like a brother or a sister, if it's like a friend or a cousin or anything like that. I'm sensing that somebody feels like you are almost like a mentor to them. Somebody feels very protected by you, and somebody is really looking up to you. Especially next week, you will feel somebody looking up to you. Somebody will be looking for advice from you. That's something that I'm really sensing for your group 3. They see you as a very emotionally stable person. They see you as a very empathetic person, and they feel comfortable coming to you. So even if it's not like your biological brother or sister, this could be somebody that you could almost consider like a brother or a sister. I see they recognize that you've gone through a lot of difficult endings and a lot of difficult things. And I feel like they're going through something similar right now, but they don't know how to express it to you. They just want advice. They're going to be searching for advice from you. We get the Seven of Wands, we get the Page of Wands in reverse. They're both in reverse. We get the Queen of Cups in reverse and the Four of Cups in reverse. I definitely feel this energy of you feeling like you have a lot of you have a lot on your plate, and especially like look at how many cards you got as well. I definitely think there's a lot on your plate right now. There's a lot of things that you've had to look after. There's a lot of things in general in your life. I think all of this is bubbling up in you next week. You're thinking about all the responsibilities you've had through life. You are going to be thinking about all the things that life has taught you, and you will be trying to process it. You'll be trying to process it and move forward. But that's why I think next week is going to be a massive week for growth for you, because you are everything you've accumulated through your life. Next week is the time to assess it all. You're going to be assessing all the difficulties you've gone through. You're going to be assessing all the things that you've experienced and try and process them and move on. Every time you felt rejected, every time you felt, undermined, I feel like these things are going to be resurfacing. So possibly past traumas, possibly past times where people maybe betrayed you, people treated you wrong. Another thing that I'm getting, actually this is coming through very strongly, people could be contacting you next week, people from the past. So maybe people you used to consider little brothers, little sisters, or even big brothers, big sisters, people that you considered very important and like almost like a part of your family are going to be contacting you. And maybe people that have hurt you in the past. There's an energy of past relationships, past people coming back into your life, trying to contact you, people that did you wrong though. So the cards are kind of saying maybe the reason that they're contacting you, because I am getting like messaging, like there's a messaging energy here. So I feel like the cards are asking you to, the reason that these people are coming back into your life or contacting you again is for the reason that it's meant to highlight how maybe they've betrayed you in the past. It's meant to highlight how much you've grown since that situation. It's meant to highlight how much you've matured, how much you were able to get through, and how much you've learned through all of these experiences. So I feel like the cards are, this is not going to be a week of, it's not going to be a calm week. It's going to be a week where you are experiencing a lot of growth, and it's not going to be comfortable growth. It could be uncomfortable growth, but also all this messaging from like people from the past. I'm really sensing people from the past coming back now very strongly. All this messaging from people from the past, it's not meant to get you down. It's not meant to make you feel upset. It's meant to make you see how far you've come since that point, how much you've learned, and how you were able to become more mature and build more on your life, and to highlight that bad cycle, that area of your life is gone now and you never need to think about it again. Since you're thinking about it next week, you never have to address it again. It's meant to highlight how much you've grown. Maybe in the past weeks, you've been ignoring how much you've grown. You've been ignoring how far you've come, and next week seems to be to hold that purpose for you, to remind you how much you've grown and how far you've come. So this is a very, very cool reading, pile number 3, very intense, but also very productive. I feel like you will feel there's going to be a lot of, you're going to be realizing stuff. A lot of realizations are going to be coming through about your past and how much you've come and how much you've grown. So that's a really great thing. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, pile 3. If you did, please like and subscribe. Any feedback, I always love hearing feedback down below in the comments. And I'm going to move on to pile number 4. Now, pile number 4. So if you pick this Queen of Wands, this reading is for you. So let's put her aside and have a look and see what's going on with you, pile number 4. So we've got the fairy bead, my life is sweet. So I feel like you could be having a really nice week next week. We've got discipline. So maybe you are possibly disciplining yourself on certain aspects of your life. So whether it's like your sleeping pattern, exercise, nutrition, anything like that, I feel like that's going to be a focus for you. I'm also seeing you be quite busy. So you could be creating a new routine for yourself. That's what I'm getting for next week as well. Creating a new routine, establishing new way of exercising. Maybe you want to wake up at a certain time, go to sleep at a certain time. You want to improve your sleeping pattern. I'm seeing you being more disciplined and accomplishing a lot next week. I think you're setting a lot of goals as well. So that's a really great thing. Now we've got the Page of Wands. We've got the Five of Swords. We've got the Page of Swords. We've got the Ten of Cups, Eight of Wands in reverse, and we have the Six of Pentacles. So with the Page of Wands, I think, again, you are getting this renewed energy to, you know, I'm going to get my life together. I'm going to be disciplined. I'm going to start a new routine. So I think next week is going to be an amazing week to do that. But the cards are kind of saying, like, look, don't expect everything to happen straight away, because with the Eight of Wands, we are getting this energy of like, yes, this is a great thing that you're doing. You should be disciplining yourself. You know, get that sleep, you know, eat that healthy food, you know, do that exercise, whatever it is that you need to do, whatever you want to do, you know, drink more water, establish that discipline, but also realize that it's not going to happen overnight. So there's an energy of slowing down as well. So the cards are asking you to not to rush anything. So discipline yourself, but don't expect things to work in that week. And, you know, the cards are saying results are going to come, but they're going to come slowly. Another thing that I'm seeing is that you could be going through a little bit of conflict next week with somebody. This person could be quite sharp-tongued. They could be giving a lot of energy of saying things that are maybe unfair, having a very sharp tongue. This person could be younger than you or more immature than you, but I feel like this person could be looking for a fight. So the cards are just being kind of, they're saying be careful, because there could be a person in your life that's looking for a fight. They could be looking for some conflict. This person could be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. They don't have to be, but that could be something that's prominent in their chart. Or they could even be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. I'm seeing that as well. But I am seeing that there is, or you could be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. I'm kind of seeing it's almost like maybe this conflict is between these two pages, and we have the conflict here. So be very careful of people wanting to start conflict with you. Be very careful of people wanting to get at you. You know, somebody, I feel like this person would have some very cutting words to say, but it's almost like it's not going to be direct. It's going to be indirect way of saying them to you. So just be very careful with that energy. The cards are asking you not to step into conflict, although it's quite likely that you'll want to. The cards are asking you to step back, step away from the conflict. Outside of this person, I see that your home life is going to be very happy, very exciting. So I feel like your home life is going to be improving next week. So whether you are living with a partner or you're living with your parents, I feel like it's going to be especially harmonious next week. So that's something to look forward to. And I feel as well as that you're going to be feeling like almost extra generous with the people in your life. So whether you are kind of improving in your finances, or maybe you're just feeling kind of really close to your family, to the people that you're living with, I see that there's a level of generosity coming from you. There's a level of love, abundance. I feel like you're going to feel naturally quite abundant, especially when we get the Queen of Wands energy here. I feel like you're feeling very confident. Confidence is really coming through for you, pile 4. It's really beautiful energy of, you know what, I'm disciplining myself, and therefore I'm confident in who I am and how my life is unraveling. I'm really feeling this energy of confidence, positivity, and optimism. Especially optimism is coming through, is coming through strong. There's a very optimistic energy surrounding you guys, pile number 4. You're excited to take on, it's almost like you have this fresh energy of like, I'm ready for a new adventure. I'm ready to, it's almost like you're feeling like a new person next week. But the cards are saying, you know, it's all great that you're feeling this renewed confidence, renewed energy, that you have so much energy to give all of a sudden, but make sure that you are also aware that sometimes that energy slows down, and that energy steps back and doesn't take the center stage anymore. So your energy levels will change. It's just that it's very high energy next week. You're going to be high energy next week. And again, I feel like that's a warning in itself within the conflict side of things, because you're going to be so high energy next week. There's more of a chance to get engaged in a conflict because you have that high energy to put into the conflict. You're like, I've got time, I've got energy, I'm going to put it into the conflict. But the cards are kind of almost saying like, there's no need to get into this conflict. There's no need to, and also, I'm kind of getting, you don't need to be right in this situation. It's almost like maybe you really want to be right in some sort of conflict, in some sort of argument. You really want to have the last word. You really want to be right. And the cards are saying, execute kindness. You don't need to be right in this situation. Even if you walk away with the last word, this situation is not going to serve you. It's almost like pick the harmony and the happiness over the conflict. And also I'm getting this energy, this could be possibly as well that you are coming from a place of abundance, a place of advice, and maybe somebody doesn't want your advice, or vice versa. Maybe somebody wants to give you advice and you're just like, although I feel like it's more so you wanting to give people advice, you're wanting to give somebody advice, you're meaning well and you have this high energy, but they perceive it in another way, because this other person seems to be very in their head. They're very maybe obsessive over the issue, whatever it is. But I feel like overall you're gonna feel very high energy next week, so get excited for that. It's gonna be a good week to start new projects, to get excited about a new workout routine, a new nutritional pattern, a new sleep schedule. It's all going to be very exciting, but also don't forget to balance it out, because your energy is going to be high next week, but also remember that sometimes it will have a tendency to slow down. And I'm really excited for all the confidence that you're going to be feeling next week. So that's amazing. So that's your reading pile number 4. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like and subscribe. If you have any sort of feedback, leave it down below in the comments. I love hearing feedback from the readings, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.